Hello everybody, today I'm gonna do a test of before and after using SimplyTwix and the MoonOS so I can show you what actually improves and what not. So right now I'm using a stock Windows, it's the Windows I use every day, it doesn't have any optimization, nothing, and now I'm going to execute some tests with CapFrameX on Fortnite and LatencyMon. After this, I'm going to apply SimplyTwix and then use the MoonOS so I can show you how it works, how I use this, and how it will affect your operating system. Okay, so I'm going to run LatencyMon for about 1 minute and then we will see the results. Okay, so I think a minute has been passed. Yeah, as you can see, it's almost 2 minutes. So let's stop this and let's look at the stats. Okay, so here we have the results, and as you can see, we have 138 microseconds for the process latency, highest, and 9 for the average. And we have 132 for the DPC latency, highest, and average is 2, which is pretty low, but I think we can go lower. Now let's run the CapFrameX on Fortnite. Okay, so we just loaded in Fortnite and I'm going to execute the test on my map, Simple 1v1 Simply, which I personally think is the best map for 1v1s and for free building, as it is the best map with the lowest delay possible on the game. Okay, so now as you can see we are on Fortnite and I have CapFrameX running and we're going to run a test for 60 seconds or for a minute and let's see how are the FPS. So we will see back in about a minute. Okay, so the test has just finished and here we can see the result. So, okay, so as you can see we have a 245.6 of average FPS and 190.7 of 1% of FPS. So after this I'm just going to save this record and we will see how the results are after the SimplyTwix and MoonOS optimizations. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is applying SimplyTwix. So just run it as administrator. Now we are going to log in, so just put credential. Now we are in the home page, so I'm just going to execute all of these tweaks. Okay, so we are now done, so let's just move on to MoonOS. I'm going to start this application, which wasn't made by me. Now when you buy MoonOS, you will find these two files. Drag the MoonOS onto this thing, and as you can see, it loads up here. Now you will have to disable the Windows Defender, then click on next, and it will analyze your system. Then click on next, next, agree, next, and it will start everything by its own. So just wait. Now as you can see, everything is completed and you can close this. Then run this .bat file, which is really fast, so you won't even see it. Nice, and you're all done. Okay, so we just restarted the PC and we're going to run LatencyMon test and CapFrameX on Fortnite again. Okay, so a quick break. I lost the file of the LatencyMon test, but I can show you that the results were really lower and we lost about 30 microseconds of delay, so it's a pretty good result. And nothing, that's it. Now let's move on to CapFrameX, so let's start Fortnite. So we are now into Fortnite. I'm going to do this test again on my map, the best map with 0 delay. Okay, so we are now into Fortnite. Let's cap the FPS to max. Alright, and we are going to run the test again. But I already can see we are going about 700 FPS, which is crazy. But let's run the test. Okay, so the test has just finished and we're going to see the results really soon. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting 600 FPS in average FPS and 336 in 1% FPS, which is crazy results compared to the first one. So I think we had a really huge boost. So, in conclusion, we can say that SimplyTwix and MoonOS actually boost your FPS and makes everything feel smoother with less delay and less ping. And I would absolutely recommend this to everyone as it's the best and safest optimizer in the market right now. Also, it's really cheap compared to the other ones. And if you want to know more about this, you can find my Discord in the description or look at my website on simplytwix.com.